Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. Today's video is all about eyeshadows. Now this is the next video into my installment of September series called Back to Basics. Pretty much just me talking about the basic necessities or basic items when it comes to applying makeup. And so far I already did a basics on foundation, I've done one on concealer, and this video is going to be all about eyeshadows. Now I'm going to throw in some eyeliner in as well just because I want to try to group everything together, and I realized like the end of the month is like next week and I wanted to do this series for all of September, but I've had a really rough week and it's been really hard trying to motivate myself to get in front of a camera, and I've just also been busy with other personal things too that like finally I'm like, you know what, I need to get this out, I need to get this all together and crammed. So yeah, Eyeshadow is such a broad category in terms of the different types, the different finishes, the different everythings. And so pretty much I mean I'm not going to talk about like application. Well, I will in terms of a general sense, but then also it's just more of a chit chat of like what I like to use and what works for me and what might not work for you, and any recommendations you might have, you know, listen down below in the comment box. And yeah, so eyeshadow really much helps your look and really creating what you want. Pretty much if you want a smoky eye, you know, you definitely go for the darker colors. If you want a neutral color, if you want a neutral look, you know, for everyday wear, you go for like the natural colors, like your beiges, tans, you know, whatever your skin tone may be. And then if you want to be bold, you know, you have the bright colors of your blues, your greens, your pinks, your reds, orange, yellows, whatever, all sorts of colors of the color of the rainbow. So for me personally, you know, when I wear my eyeshadow, I have oily eyelids, so I always wear a primer. Now a lot of people don't use a primer. Some people may use a concealer as primer because back in the day, I don't know how long ago this is, but you know, an eye primer wasn't really like discovered. People used to use concealer because that was the only way in order to have the eyeshadow really last on your eyelid, and also for it doesn't crease and it won't smudge, you know, make sure that it stays like bulletproof like all day. So for me personally, I use an eye primer. I sometimes use concealer, but I've just been so used to using an eye primer that that's what I always gravitate to all the time. My go-to primers that I like to use, I have one here from Urban Decay. It's their eyeshadow primer potion, which is the original. Another one that I've been using lately is from Lorac. It's the behind the scenes eye primer. And then another one that I really like using is from Mary Kay. It's their eye primer. It looks like this. So eye primers are great. And also when you want to create a base for your eyeshadows, you don't have to use a primer. You can use like a cream shadow. So cream shadows, I love cream shadows. They come in a pot, they come in a stick. They're really great because they really help emphasize your eyeshadow, because sometimes with the eyeshadow powder, it tends to, like the color won't really come off onto your skin. So if you use something that's of a cream color, it will help emphasize the color and really give it some more life to it. So for me, the cream shadows that I love using are from Mary Kay. I think they are absolutely amazing. They don't dry on your skin. Like if you leave the cap off for a little bit, like it won't dry off completely. They're very smooth to use, and you can use your fingers, you can use a brush to apply them. So the one that I like to use a lot is called Beach Blonde, which is pretty much a champagne color. If you don't like using cream shadows like coming from a pot, you can also use it from a stick. Now you can have, I love using the ones from Urban Decay. These two I like to use. This one is, I think, in Sin, which is also like a champagne color, and I'm really close to the bottom here with the nub. Or if I really want to go for like a really nice smoky purple look, I'll go for this one. It's called Delinquent. Now, the cream shadows from Urban Decay, the 24/7 cream shadow sticks, like they really do last like 24/7. So they're really great to use, but they're also quite pricey. So if you can't afford things like this, you can use the ones from NYX. Now the two that I have here, this one's in Milk, which is just pretty much plain old white, and the other one I have here is Black Bean, which is pretty much a black. So that's another type of shadows that you can use when it comes to your base. Now when it comes to your eyeshadows, like there's so many eyeshadows that are out there, from the singles to duo to trio to quads to a whole palette to like it's so many, you know, it's so much to talk about. But you know, you just have to know who you are. You have to know what you want to use. You have to know what you want for a daily basis. You have to know what you want from your eyeshadow palette. Because it's kind of hard when you go to the drugstore and you make a beauty counter and you're like, oh, I really love that color in that quad, but I'm not going to spend all this money on that quad because I only like that one color and I'm not going to use the other three. You know, it's kind of hard. You got to pick and choose your battles when it comes to picking out certain eyeshadow colors. For me personally, for something that's, I think, all across the board, like everyone's favorite eyeshadow palette, which works for almost every person out there, is the Naked palette from Urban Decay. This is the first one. I used to own the second one, but I gave it to my sister for her birthday, and I really love this palette. The Naked 2 has more shimmer colors, and for me, like, I like wearing matte colors. I just like things to look neutral on myself, so I don't like to gravitate to the shimmery colors unless I'm using it as like an accent or if I'm going out at night. But yeah, absolutely love this palette. I've had this almost, I want to say almost already 2 years now, and I've yet to hit pan for any of these colors, but I just love using this palette. It's great. Now, I think with other eyeshadow palettes that I've had, like, or that I still have, like, it's just so hard for me to like use it on all the time because there's some colors I like, there's some colors that I don't like. And there's some times where I'm like, I don't want to spend like $50 on a palette. I just want to go to the drugstore and pick up something, throw it in my bag, and use it on a daily basis, which is why another palette that I really love is from Wet n Wild, their trios, and this one is Walking on Eggshells. I think this is like everybody's favorite when it comes to like an everyday color. They have, I want to say, like probably 10 plus other trios just like this of different color arrangements, and they're really great and really cheap. I think it's less than like $3. I like purchasing eyeshadow palettes that are custom made. So I know that with MAC they have their custom made palettes, which can be quite expensive. I think the case alone is like around $40 for just a quad. Which is quite expensive. And so for you people who are out there, I highly suggest trying out the Freedom palette from Inglot. This is my 10 shadow Freedom palette. I think the palette was like $10 and each shadow was like $6. But you can pick and choose like such a wide variety of colors that they have, from matte to shimmer to shine to sheer to everything you can think of. And I mean, these Freedom palettes also goes along with their concealers, with their powders, with their blushes, their bronzers, and it's just not 10. You can also get ones that are, I think 3, 5, and 6, something like that. And another custom palette that I really love is from Mary Kay. Now this is the, like, I guess you can say the pro palette because this is pretty huge. But they have smaller, like customized palettes that you can create your own compact pretty much with your different shadows. You can include a blush and a bronzer, but I love this baby. Like, it has all the colors that I love, colors that I use on myself, on clients. This is perfect. The case here, I think this is only meant for consultants, but the individual eyeshadows, like, I think they're $7, and it's pretty reasonable for a price. And these colors are like awesome, and they're great to wear. So yeah, I love using palettes that are more like custom made. But don't get me wrong though, those that are already like pre-made with the different colors because of different themes, like, they're great too. But it can be a little bit too much, you know. So yeah. So talking about all these eyeshadows, you know, it's great to have all these palettes, it's great to have all these products, but how do I apply them? I have 4 here, and these are all from like Target, you know. This is pretty reasonable. These are my 4 like holy grail brushes that I have here. 3 of them are from Real Techniques, the one with the purple brushes, and then the white one here is from e.l.f. So this one here I'm going to talk about is the shading brush. I use this for my cream shadows because, yeah, I can use my fingers, but I like having control with the cream shadow and applying it over the eyelid. And I also use this for like my accent color for the outer corner because it's just the right size to place enough product on the outer corner without it going too much, and I have control of it. So I love this brush. Another one I have here is just a basic shadow brush. This is where I'll apply like my basic, like my nude, or just any like highlight color, whatever, even underneath the brows. Like, this is just a nice fluffy flat brush. Now for the crease, I love using this e.l.f. brush. I don't know, with crease brushes it's kind of hard to like get the right one because everyone's eye crease is different. People may not have a crease, they might have hooded eyelids. So I definitely love this brush because it's just the right size to make sure I can blend into the crease and smooth everything out. And it's really soft too, and it's all like dome shaped. And this last one is also another crease brush, but it's a deluxe brush. Pretty much I like using this just to soften up all the color and like blend everything out, and I like using this all over the eyelid. I also sometimes using this as I contour like down my nose, or if I want to blend out any concealer underneath my eyes, but for overall I like using this on my eyes. So these are like my 4 like holy grail brushes that I use all the time. Now, talking about eyeshadows, you know, eyeshadows are awesome, but then also I feel like your liner also helps your look as well. So, and also with liners, like eyeliners, it comes like in liquid, it comes in pencil, it comes in a gel. So I'm going to talk about each one really quickly. If I can get them all out of my lap. So I think since like high school, I was always wearing a eyeliner. I was always wearing a kohl pencil, and it wasn't until like last year I started venturing off to liquid eyeliner, and that's what I wear on a daily basis. But for an eye kohl pencil, I like using kohl pencils just to line the inner rim, or not the inner rim, but like line close enough to my lower lashes, because I don't like putting anything into my lower eyelid. And I also like to use it to tight line. Now, 2 eyeliners that I really love. One is from Benefit. It's their Bad Gal liner, and that's waterproof, and it really is legit waterproof. And the other one I have here is from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Master Drama Eye Studio. I always used Maybelline eyeliners since like I can remember, even from like when I used to dance. So this is like lasts all day, it doesn't budge at all, and these pencils are great when you want to like smoke it out, or if you just want to wear something for every day and you don't feel like doing a pencil, or you don't feel like doing a liquid. Like these 2 are awesome. For liquid liners, there's 2 different types that are out there. One is a brush tip, and one is a felt tip, and one is a dip brush tip. Pretty much for the felt tip, it's just like a magic marker. And then with the dip brush one, it's more of like as if it's a nail polish, or dipping it into a little like container with the liquid. Now, for me, I prefer the felt tip. I feel I have more control, and in the same time, since it is like a marker, the tip of the brush really helps get it into the inner corner of my eye without me feeling like I want to be touching my eyeball. So the one liquid liner that I really love that is a felt tip is from Tarte. It's their Multiply Lash Enhancing Liquid Liner. It looks like this. It's the purple brush, and this is what the tip looks like. So that's what a felt tip liquid liner looks like, and it's in black. Now, a dip brush liquid liner that I like to use, I love using the Maybelline Drama Studio one, but I don't have it, or Master Drama, I forgot. Line Stiletto, that's what it is. Their Stiletto liquid liner, I don't have it on me right now. But another one that I've been really loving that's waterproof is from Sephora. So this is what it is. And for gel liners, I love using gel liners when I'm like out all day and I really want my eyeliner to last all day. So the one I really love is from Maybelline. It's their Eye Studio gel liner in Black is Black. This is what it looks like. I also have a liner from Bobbi Brown. But that tends to dry up a little bit quicker than this one, so this is great. I can leave it out all day and it won't dry up at all. So this is great. And with this gel liner, I like applying it with my MAC 266 angle brush. So it's just a really small, defined angle brush. And it's just great with really getting the gel liner close to my lashes, and then just also getting that wingtip. I think I've talked enough about eyeshadows and liners and liquid and eyeliners. Definitely threw a lot out there, but these are like products that I really enjoy using. These are products that maybe you like using on a daily basis, and if you do, let me know down below if you guys like the products I mentioned. If you don't, then that's your opinion, because this is my opinion as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. The next video coming up after this will be all about blushes and bronzers. So stay tuned for that, and thanks guys for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!